Do you know what I heard?
CDs are coming back?
CDs are coming back.
Well,
I mean,
after vinyl and tapes, I guess.
I mean, I just want to say that this guy right here.
I still have my CDs.
CDs
I don't
never
have all
left.
of them.
You remember my CD collection, which I still have.
You mean my library?
Yeah.
Because I would go in, like all you were missing was a Dewey Decimal System.
Yeah.
Because we would literally just go to your house, all of us, and it was like, taking this, I'm taking this, I'm taking this, I'm bringing this back.
Yeah.
You know, I'm taking this.
Yeah. I didn't charge library fees.
No late fees.
No late fees.
The Grammys were like 4 hours. I think 1 hour of it was in memoriam.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that part.
Yeah. Also, does anybody have any bets on what time they told Lauryn Hill to be there so she'd be on time?
We went for years, like when I was a kid all the way to I was probably in high school, with the little toaster oven. Que ahí we would make toast. We would make a baked potato, a piece of fish.
Yep.
Calentabas la pizza y todo. And then from that, America, you know what we went to? We ditched our toaster oven. So you know what we went to?
I'm going to go with air fryer.
The George Foreman grill. Yes.
Oh, right.
Yes. Wake up. Wake up. This is not San Francisco.
No, wake up South Miami.
Wake up South
Wait, is it
Miami.
South Miami or West Miami?
West Miami.
West Miami.
Yes.
This is technically Flagami, right?
We're on the border.
Well, I think we had to say West Miami because the city of West Miami is helping us with this space.
Yes. So
new space.
Yes.
New studio.
It feels well. Welcome everybody
yes.
to episode.
You can do it.
I have no idea.
374.
374. Pero let me tell you.
Yes.
Our second episode of the year.
Yes, and our first episode in the new digs.
So it's similar but different. Different but similar.
I know. It's different table. We're trying things.
We're trying.
out.
We're trying different things.
We're figuring it out because the just spatially the dynamics
is a little
different. So we're figuring it out.
So maybe we'll be in a new set next week.
Yeah, maybe we'll be in the parking lot next week.
That would be kind of fun.
That would be interesting. Keep it,
especially
fresh.
Since we're off a major street.
That's true, but the parking lot's a little hidden.
So
there's a backspace.
I'm struggling a little bit because I'm in a different angle, and I'm all about angles.
Yes. So. The amount of times that I hear you talking about obtuse, it's so overwhelming.
Do you know what I used to love in geometry? Supplementary and complementary angles.
You just like saying supplementary and
Yeah.
complementary.
Do you remember how to find out which one was? So if you have a complementary angle that is 40 degrees, how much is the supplementary angle?
If it's 40 degrees?
Yes. If the complementary angle is 40 degrees, how many degrees is the supplementary angle?
I'm going to say 5, but I think that's wrong.
No, it's 140 because the plane has 180 degrees.
Okay, see, I was thinking of the 45-degree angle. That's why I went with
No,
5.
different thing.
Okay.
Do you remember the Pythagorean theorem?
Okay, I remember the Pythagorean theorem as a concept. I don't remember it as... Is that a squared plus b squared equals c squared?
Yes.
Yes, look at me, I remember things. Yay!
Do you remember the quadratic equation?
Wait.
No, if you remember the quadratic equation, it's funny because
no, that's not the please excuse my dear Aunt Sally thing.
No, Chico, the papelito procedure.
No, I didn't have her, so I never did papelito procedure.
You know what's funny? So I had a teacher in 9th grade, Miss Garcia, amazing math teacher. She was Cuban. She was a teacher in Cuba, but she was a great math teacher. And then she taught us in algebra. She taught us this method that she would call the papelito procedure, which basically was that you would cover one number and then do the multiplication. And she would call it papelito procedure because you got a little piece of paper and then just cover it at the papelito procedure. So later in the year in algebra, when you actually do the FOIL method, I thought the FOIL method was because instead of papelito, she used foil.
You thought she's being eco-conscious.
So I remember like other years later when I don't know what other math, that she was not the teacher, that the teacher at that time used the FOIL method. I'm like, wait, you used Miss Garcia's FOIL method too?
He's like, oh, it's Anglo, that's why it's foil.
Yeah.
It's
funny because like I feel that
we forgot everything in
you forget things, but you know what I'm like really good at?
I meant we forgot everything once we hit algebra 2.
You know what
the teacher.
But you know what was that's a whole story for a whole other day. But you know, I'm like really good at arithmetic. And it's funny because a few years ago, I did in my house, I did with wood, I did like
Oh, that's right.
like a
The
textured,
paneling.
a paneled wall
Yeah.
where it's like I bought like
Remember you calling me about this?
yes, I bought like sticks and I did it like
It
a
looked good,
decorative
yeah.
wooden wall that has I think 9 squares across and 7 squares down, and each square is the same exact size. And when I was putting that wall together, I was doing like equations on the wall, like to figure out the exact spacing, because I'm like, okay, if the wall measures 12 feet by 9 feet, and each piece of wood is 2.5 inches wide, and I'm gonna have like 9 pieces of wood across, then that's like I did a whole
so
like
much math.
it was like a whole formula, pero me quedó
No te quedó espectacular.
exactly the same.
Te quedó
Exactly
espectacular.
the same.
Yeah.
I was
you
like,
were beautiful minding it.
I was living a word problem.
You were. If only you had been doing this on a train.
Do you know one of my favorite scenes from Full House is? I remind you of something. There's an episode of Full House
That he winds up calling like the help the teacher. Or
that DJ tells Joey, if I'm having a party and I'm having 6 people over and I want to buy 5 pairs of nuts, 5 pounds of nuts, of assorted nuts, but 2 pounds are cashews, 1 pound is almond. What is the other pound if it's on sale? And it was like this whole back
wound
and
up
forth.
calling like a
He
catering
finally calls,
company.
Hey, Al's World of Nuts. Hey, I'm having a party. You can learn a few things from sitcoms.
You can occasionally, you know,
Yeah.
and it didn't always have to be a very special episode either.
No. Many times it wasn't a special episode. But that is how you use math in life. Because you know what I tell people? Like I tell even Tristan this all the time.
When am I ever going to use
When are you ever going to
algebra?
use the
Right.
thing with math that you learn in school is that yes, you're never going to sit there and be like, well,
If a train leaves the station,
yeah, right, and the
right,
other one
right.
leaves, right, or
It's the
like
concepts that you're
12x plus y, divided. No, but it's the concept of like algebra
I've solved
that
for
you to
X
use it.
so many times. Like in my professional career, because I'm like, okay, I know the end results and I have some other information. So it's like I just literally start plugging things in and I solve for X.
Math, it works.
It works. Who the hell knew?
Who knew?
No,
Let
Pythagoras
me
did.
not chew ice while we're recording.
Yes, Pythagoras knew though. So he gave him a
So,
theorem.
speaking of ice, I'm not talking about immigration. We're not doing that on this show.
No. We're going to talk about Robert Van Winkle.
No, chico. El tremendo frío que, bueno,
It's still cold here. I mean, we're wearing sweaters.
yesterday.
For you to wear a
here,
sweater,
Here in Miami yesterday, people woke up with ice in their cars.
Sunday.
Yes.
Sunday and Monday.
Tremendo frío.
Yeah.
The iguanas are dropping like flies.
I know. It's so sad. On the totally unrelated topic, we're going to be doing iguana wings.
Don't even. Don't even. Reptilian wings?
Reptilian wings, yes.
Wait, iguanas are reptiles, right?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Yes. I know that that's your blind spot.
That's my blind
That is
spot
your
or
blind
that.
spot,
But
yeah.
you know, I'm good at everything else.
Yeah, zoology is where you have
Zoology,
questions.
yeah, is where I'm like, what's a
Yeah.
mammal again?
Yeah.
What's cold-blooded and
Right.
warm-blooded?
You're like, what's a mammal again? And then the fucking platypus throws a monkey wrench in,
Right.
in your understanding.
That's
right.
an amphibian.
No, the platypus is a mammal, even though it has feet like a duck, but it's furry. See? The platypus will get you every time.
Does it have a vertebrae? Doesn't vertebrae have to do with it?
Well, I'm sure it has a vertebrae. I mean, it has a spine, no? I don't know enough about platypus.
Anyway, back to ice. The weather.
The weather.
The
Back
weather.
to the weather.
The weather.
The weather.
The weather. I mean, I love that it's this cold.
Yeah.
I love it.
Same.
But it was actually, it hadn't been this cold here in Miami in a while.
February 1st was the coldest on record in Miami.
Ever?
Yeah. 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 I love it, but within reason, right? Like I love it because for us also it's a novelty, right?
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of like, oh, we're gonna stay home and we're gonna order in and we're gonna cuddle under the throw blankets or whatever. You know, you never use the throw blankets at your house, so now you know how we
That's
feel.
just my lifestyle.
Right now you know what it's like to be us at your home. But yeah, if I had to like actually go out into the world, you know what I mean, like on a constant basis and drive on black ice and things like that, I'd be a little less. I'd be a little less likely to love it.
Yeah, black ice is.
It's not fun, and it's not a racial thing.
No, it's terrible. I was like on Instagram and everything. I was seeing like pictures of people's car
Yeah.
that they were not that they were filled with snow,
Ice.
that they were frozen.
Yeah. Bueno, in Gainesville, Jose's niece, there was ice coming out of the pipes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, with climate change, that's going to happen more and more.
Yeah.
Because people say, oh, it's global warming, it's hot. No, it's a disruption of the climate
Yeah,
cycle.
I was actually thinking about that this week. I'm like, one of the worst things that ever happened, and this is why branding is important, is that we started off that conversation by calling it global warming, because now whenever it gets cold, people are just like, well, I thought about global warming. It's cold. There can't be warming. And it's like, it's climate change. Like, we really need to rebrand this.
One day that famous book about Cuba will be true, Waiting for Snow in Havana.
Wait.
That will be, eso fuera
Actually, they're
la
working
tapa
on-
del pomo.
they're working on turning it into a
Como
musical.
esa pobre gente en Cuba and the lack of infrastructure.
You know what? No, it'll snow in Haiti first because those people are cursed.
In Haiti,
Todo lo malo le cae a esa pobre,
los pobres,
ese pobre
los
país.
pobres. Pero no, I mean, if Cubans are messed up now with the lack of infrastructure and
No, throw-
everything
let's throw
crumbling,
snow.
let's throw
Let's
snow.
throw snow into the equation.
Okay, it probably never snowed in Cuba because it snowed in Miami in the 70s.
Yeah, but when it snowed, it was a flurry at
Yeah.
most. It wasn't like una nevada, you know?
Yeah, una nevada.
Una nevada. That's
Tremenda nevada.
Una nevada.
Para comerte un duro frío.
I see. Actually, I did have ice cream on Sunday.
You know what was amazing? Amazing. One time, I know this sounds really stupid, when I lived in Michigan, that it was snowing. It was full blown winter. And I went to Cold Stone and I went outside and I was like, my ice cream is not melting. But it's one of those like
You know what would be very interesting though?
what?
To see what would happen to the ice cream at the fair.
Oh,
In
it
snow that-
probably melt. No, you know what else I was thinking? I was thinking about it this week.
Because it's not cold ice
I was
cream.
thinking about it this week. I'm like, if we lived up north now in the winter with Ping Pong Pollo, you know, the transfer of chicken, take it from here, take it from there,
Oh, we
drop
could
it
leave it
off.
outside.
We could sleep it in the car.
Oh, God, yeah.
Like,
Be like,
leave
what's
it in
gonna
the trunk of
happen?
the car. It's below 32 degrees.
Shit, oye, y ese pollo se congela.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know what kind of Arctic
We
chicken
could
we
just
get.
leave the chicken in the trunk of the car and call it a day.
Oh, for a day. At least a week.
During the winter.
Yeah, absolutely. Just salt it a little bit so it doesn't smell.
Okay, in the trunk especially, the heater doesn't hit the trunk.
That's true. It is cold.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why you have to be
I
careful
learned
if
that
you
the
put a
hard
body
way.
back there. Wait, what?
I learned that the hard way when I was in Michigan, you know, Florida boy in Michigan. Yeah. I had bought cans of Pepsi and I'd left them in the trunk of my car.
No. Did they explode?
Yeah, they did. But they were frozen.
Well, yes, but they didn't just freeze. They blew up.
Yeah, and they were frozen. That's like the first time I remember that I had left a water bottle inside of the car. Right. And the next day it was frozen solid. And I'm like, but how? Like, I understand how, but again, it's
right.
the Florida sort of mentality that.
Yeah, it's like, I know how temperature works, but not having experienced
But you know what? Once you live up north and you go through a few winters, that's down packed.
You do.
Because now it's like, just put the heater in the car, put the defrost, and then, you know, if you don't have a scraper, you got a credit card.
You figure it out.
You got a credit card, right?
It works.
But you see people, like, I saw it on Instagram with their nails. I'm like, no, bro, get a credit card. If you don't have anything else, I would have said a CD, but we don't have CDs anymore. Get a credit card.
We used to be a proper country.
Yeah. Actually, do you know what I heard?
CDs are coming back?
CDs are coming back.
Well,
I mean,
after vinyl and tapes, I guess.
I mean, I just want to say that this guy right here.
I still have my CDs.
CDs
I don't
never
have all
left.
of them, but I have a
CDs.
big...
I have not gotten rid of a single CD. I still buy CDs.
Really?
My favorite. You think that if Mariah Carey puts out an album, I'm just gonna download it?
No, because I know you buy vinyl. That's why
I buy vinyl and I put the CD.
Why. Okay.
Or like U2 or something, or The Weeknd. Like I get all their CDs.
Okay. Because I know you buy vinyl.
You remember my CD collection, which I still have.
You mean my library?
Yeah.
Because I would go in, like all you were missing was a Dewey Decimal System.
Yeah.
Because we would literally just go to your house, all of us, and it was like, taking this, I'm taking this, I'm taking this, I'm bringing this back.
Yeah.
You know, I'm taking this.
Yeah. I didn't charge library fees.
No late fees.
No late fees. But it's funny because I showed Tristan recently it's always been there, but since he's sort of into music now, I was showing him, like, he's like, do you have Prince's greatest hits? I'm like,
Volume 1 and 2 and the B-sides.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. I'm like, which volume? Like, I'm like, you just asked me if I have Prince's greatest hits. Bro, like...
Ask me if water's wet.
Yeah. Because it's one of these things, he has seen my CDs, because my CDs were in my room at my parents' house, but then I moved them to my grandmother's room. And then after my grandmother passed away, I kind of kept them in her room. Right. And it's one of those things he's seen it a million times,
just
but
never stopped
he
to
never
think
really
about it,
stopped to
yeah.
look at them until now that he's into music. And the other day we were there, I'm like, look at all this.
Yes. With that said, Tristan, if you ever come across the Billie Piper She Wants You CD single, please take it and bring it back to me.
It's somewhere.
Because it is there somewhere.
It's somewhere. I actually have to give my CD collection a little love because in the last like several years when I would just buy a new CD, I would just stack it there, not in alphabetical order
so
where
not
it
you.
goes. Yeah, I know. Because I even had I had an import section, I had a Spanish section.
Duh. Why I call it the library.
Yeah, that's Junior.
I knew where I
Junior,
was shopping.
I have like, you know those shelves that are like up to here? I had the wooden shelves.
No. Tower se queda corto.
I had like 3 of them. I had like over 1,000 CDs. That was my thing.
Oh, 1,000 CDs, not including the ones you would burn.
Right. Columbia House has a warrant for my arrest.
I'm sure.
Actually,
There's probably
you know
states you
what?
can't
You know
legally
what's
be
so
in.
funny you say that? Because again, it's one of those things that is generational. You don't even think about it.
Right.
Back to Tristan. The other day when I was showing him my CDs, I had like a thick thing like this of burned
Yeah.
CDs.
I still have all
with
my burned
different
CDs.
names.
Yes.
Right? The name, remember
Yeah,
the weird names that I would put it?
Hi, Thin Line Between Love and Buttercream. Is
Buttercream and Mutiny.
Thank you. Is my favorite album that he's ever made.
So I would send him mixtapes when I was at Michigan. I would send him mixed CDs, and I would give them like stupid names. Like
I still have that one.
What was another one? Was like Mufflers, Hearts, and Candy or something.
Mufflers and Candy Apples.
Candy
Mufflers
apples.
and Candy Apples. Yeah.
Anyway, he was looking at my burned CDs, and he's like, "What is all this?" And I'm like, "They're burned CDs, duh."
This
and
is
I'm
the
like,
result of Napster.
I'm like, he has no reason to know what a burned CD is.
No, at all.
At all.
At all.
And
And
I'm
then
like,
also, if he hears burnt, he's gonna think fire.
Right. Like,
Fuego se quemó or
It's
something.
not working.
One of the happiest days of my life was when I went to Best Buy and bought my rewritable CD-ROM and I installed it on my tower, on my IBM Aptiva tower. And, because back then we were all techie, right? I plugged that into the motherboard and I'm like, I now have rewritable CDs.
and
Dale.
download everything from Napster and what was the other one? And LimeWire, and that's how we all would make our burn CDs.
And I remember that, especially in LimeWire, when you would download CDs, my songs or MP3s, my OCD would come in because I'm like, I need to rename that file because
the file
I
name
cannot
would-
have
No.
all those symbols as the name of the
the
song.
file name would be like lowercase o, capital Z, 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 underscore, asterisk, Mariah Carey. Exclamation mark, lowercase, blah, 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 blah. It's like 4,000 things in between the one thing, and then it would be another 100 till you got to the song name.
You know what was, and again, this is a generational thing. This is like a tail end.
Very moment in time.
This is very like tail end Gen X, older millennial. Like you had to be there.
Yeah.
That kids today will not understand the joy and thrill you would get when you would find the songs you wanted on Napster or LimeWire.
Yes.
And then, what I would do is that I would leave them all like downloading overnight.
While we go to school.
And then when you would come home from school or wake up the next morning and you'd open up your program and they were all there. And it was like, it's Christmas in July.
And then you got to burn the CD with
And
them.
then you would burn your
And
CD.
relive the fun.
And then I would put it in the car and I'm like, yes, what a time to be alive.
It is
when you could
because
download music
of that
illegally.
time that I have on some burn CD somewhere the mashup of Paralyzer and Touch Me.
Yeah, from the Victoria's Secret fashion show. Freaking
So good.
Lars Ulrich from Metallica. He had to ruin everything. Everything. He had to ruin everything.
Except for someone named Lars. Damn Nordic.
It's like,
people.
of all people, like Metallica, they're like,
the rebels,
F the
like,
system. And I'm like, really, bro? Like,
if it
really?
had been John Denver, that would be one thing.
John Denver has probably the one country song I like.
Country Home? No,
The song is so good.
it is home. Yeah. I hate
Mountain Mama, West Virginia,
Mira que he had
take me
un
home.
look tenedo.
Country difunto. Put some respect in the name.
Okay, fine. May
Country
he rest in peace. You look like
home.
un nendo. That hair. I thought of that, BB.
To the place that I love, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, Take me home. That's a good song.
It is a good song.
That's a good song.
Speaking of good songs,
Beat the Grammys.
yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes, I did. I love the transition here that we're having. Okay, before we talk about the conejo of it all,
El Conejo.
the conejo of it all, can I tell you the biggest shock for me of the Grammys?
I don't know.
This was the first time ever that Reba McEntire performed at the Grammys.
I heard that.
How? How? And then on top of that, they trot her out to do the dead people segment.
Oh, it wasn't even one of her songs?
No, she did the Requiem, the Memoriam segment, and she was covering somebody. I think it was one of her songs. But what I'm saying is, she hasn't performed. She's been around forever, has never performed. Then it's
She's
like,
a legend in country
right.
music.
And it's like, oh, we're gonna have you on, Reba, but can you just sing about the dead people? Thanks. Like,
Do you know what's so sad?
how?
Well, not sad because I don't
Well,
like
she
country music.
to jump on that, she actually opened for the rest of the In Memoriam.
Yes,
Because
she
it was
wasn't even
an
the closing act of the In
extend-
Memoriam.
exactly,
Yes,
it
which
was an
I
extended
was okay
In
with the
Memoriam.
closing portion of it, but
Yeah, because then it included Post Malone doing
Right.
the rock portion,
For
which
Ozzy.
was Ozzy Osbourne, and
Yeah.
then Slash was up there,
Yeah.
a couple other
Yeah.
people.
And then
Chad
Lauryn-
Smith from Chili Peppers, and then Lauryn Hill at the end,
yes,
Yeah.
honoring
That was all
D'Angelo,
the In
Roberta
Memoriam
Flack.
stuff? Was
Yes.
that like
You didn't watch it?
Was I didn't watch that part. Was that like a festival?
It
Like,
was. It
yeah.
was like
For
the
the
Grammys. The Grammys were like 4 hours. I think 1 hour of it was in Memoriam.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that part.
Also, does anybody have any bets on what time they told Lauryn Hill to be there so she'd be on time?
Las 12. The dia.
At least. And then she still showed up at 8.
Eastern Standard Time.
The dia.
The dia.
And she still showed up at 8.
Eastern Standard Time.
Right, yeah.
They were in LA time. You know,
And they
you know,
said, "Stand here
you know the thing about
Don't move.
for
Reba?
3 hours."
I don't know a single Reba McEntire song.
You know Fancy.
Do I? I don't know a single one of her songs, but I really, really like her. I watched Reba.
Oh, I watch Happy's Place. I watch Reba.
I love Reba McEntire.
She has a song, a duet with Dolly. That's
she has
fantastic.
such good energy.
Yeah.
But I don't know a single one of her songs. I really liked her show.
Oh, she's great.
I loved Barbara Jean.
Hello, Melissa Peterman.
Barbara Jean was
Melissa
great.
Peterman is fantastic. Actually, one of my favorite interviews of hers with Eddie Zamora.
Yeah.
He interviewed her years ago.
Yeah. But anyway, back to the Grammys. I feel that nowadays with the Grammys, or pretty much any award show now, it becomes now like everything else, like this whole political BS. It's like, can't we just watch the
Just
award
sit and
show,
watch a music show.
and enjoy it? And then if we don't like who won, just complain normally, like, I can't believe
That
this
song
person
sucks,
won
or whatever.
This sucks.
Yeah,
Who listens
yeah.
to that? And just call it a day and move on. Like
Yeah.
now it's a whole like, well, the Academy has an agenda, or this is for this type of people. It's like, bro, it's the Grammys. It's an award show.
an award
That's
show.
all it is. And I feel that
And it's not that important, by the way.
it's just an award show.
It's just an award show.
And
Voted on
no,
by, like,
and no
20
matter
people or
what
whatever.
way it goes, you could never make anybody happy.
You're right, because there's more than one award, which
Right.
means that eventually you're going to be disappointed with who won.
Right. And then the thing is that if you give it to someone, then it's like, oh, because you guys are pushing an agenda. But then if you don't give it to someone else, it's like, oh, because you guys are very closed-minded,
Right.
and you're
Right.
too conservative, and the age
never
of
gonna
the
win.
Academy is like 80, and it's like,
So right, pick a lane.
just watch the show, and if you don't like who won, you don't like who won.
Again, like I love how you said it though. Just complain normally, like, oh my god, but that song sucks.
I'll never
like,
forget.
that's it.
I'll never forget that, like in 1999 or 2000, that it was a year that like Ricky Martin was there, Jennifer Lopez,
the Latin Explosion year.
Yeah, all these people were there. There were like these huge songs. And like U2 was there, like these huge
Is that the year of
artists.
Steely Dan?
That Steely Dan
Won
won,
album of the
and
year.
I was like,
Who the
fuck is
is-
Steely
yeah.
Dan? Like,
Yeah.
and you know what? I just went on with my day the next day.
We said, who the fuck is Steely Dan? And we went on with our lives.
Yeah.
Right. Like, yes.
That after that, I'm like, who is Steely Dan?
¿Cuál era el otro? Well, oh my god, what was his name? I know it's not, but like Baby Bjorn. What was his name?
Baby Bjorn.
No, there was one. Like there was oh my god, that he's like this white guy that I was like, no, not Beck. No, I know Beck. There's just one guy.
Beck won album of the year a few years back.
Who am I thinking? Oh my gosh. It'll come to me.
And there's
It'll come to
always
me.
upsets because look, I remember the year that India Arie was nominated for like 5,000 awards,
Right.
and she didn't win any, or she didn't win any of the major categories. Mariah Carey in 1996, she was nominated, I think, for like 7-8 awards, the most of anybody, and she didn't win any, which is like legendary. That Grammy upset that always happens.
Yeah.
And
Sabrina
it's like,
Carpenter this year didn't win anything.
it's like whatever, you know, your favorite doesn't win, and you complain and you move on.
It's one thing to complain as a fan. It's another thing to complain as this like quote unquote political statement of look at my opinions, capital O.
Well,
exclamation
but let's
mark.
go to our people. Gloria Estefan won a Grammy.
She won for Raíces.
won a Grammy.
Congratulations. Although, did you see when she won?
What?
Did you see when she won? Because it was not televised.
It was not televised.
It was not televised. Okay, could they have sat her any further? Esa pobre señora y Emilio, oye, ellos son gente de cierta edad. They had to almost sprint to the stage from like the back of the damn auditorium.
So congratulations to her.
But then they put her front and center.
I'm really happy that Bad Bunny won. Look, let me tell you something about Bad Bunny's
album's
album.
just great.
Debí tirar más foto. That record has become what it's become. It's not it's not a coincidence. You can only push a record so much.
Yeah.
If
Ask Rita
ultimately, if you could have the world's biggest PR machine, it could debut at number one and then fall off the charts.
Right.
But when a record has that type of impact, both musically and culturally, it's because it connects with people. I'm gonna give you the example of my parents. My parents, Bad Bunny's music is not for them, so I can't expect them to love him or hate him one way or another. It's just not for them. It's a completely different, generation. And my parents would be the first ones who would be like, my dad especially, like, yo no entiendo la música de Bad Bunny. Él siempre habla como que está bostezando.
I'm of that camp too up until this
Yo
album.
no le entiendo nada a él. Whatever, no me gusta. A couple of months ago, actually, when we were going to the Keys for my birthday a few months ago, I played the whole album.
Yeah.
And both of them were like, this is great. I played the whole album. Debí tirar más foto.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is great. And I told him, yeah, because music is something that you feel. And or you're supposed to feel.
Right, that's the
so if somebody is making a record that is not the genre you generally would listen to, and it connects with you and you feel something from it, mission accomplished. Right. And they were both like, oye, ¿verdad que esto para bailar es buenísimo? And I'm like, yeah, that's the point. In addition to the fact that he's a young artist and he brought back, salsa and all that type of music
that's the thing.
that was kind of dormant.
He brought his culture front and center into this. Whereas I think prior, again, I can't say, no me dio ni frío ni calor, I didn't have anything against him, but whatever. I feel like before it was just a quote unquote, for better or worse, reggaeton album that he would put out. Whereas I think this was a cultural album. Like there was elements of reggaeton, obviously, but in the bigger scope of what the Puerto Rican culture is, or at least means to him.
Yeah, because I also think that, and look, it's something that I think you just develop as you're an artist, that his records were predominantly reggaeton. But even the last record that he did, Un Verano Sin Ti, it was still reggaeton, but it had a lot of other influences of like hip hop and trap. Yeah. And even he's done like dance and all that. So he hasn't stayed in one lane, which is great. It's great. Yeah. But this record, the reason it's connected is because it's that good. And I know from people around me that when they're talking crap about it, like, oh, he sucks, and why is he playing in the Super Bowl? And I'm like, have you heard the record? No, I don't listen to that garbage. And I'm like,
there you go. So you can't speak with any type of
what's your favorite song on the album? I'll tell you mine. I love La Mudanza.
That is a good one. I don't know the names of the songs because I just put it on and I just let it go. But the one,
De aquí nadie me saca.
Yes.
That one.
Yeah.
No, de aquí nadie me saca. De aquí yo no me muevo. Dile que está en mi casa. Donde nació mi abuelo. Yo soy de P fucking R.
But that's what I'm saying. Like he was tapping into, who he is, his culture. And I think watching him win, to kind of bring it back to the actual ceremony, just again, as somebody who doesn't really, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a fan of Bad Bunny, right? Like I I don't dislike him. And if tomorrow he's like, hey, I want to be on the show.
But I think you're a good example because you're not a fan of his per se. You're not a fan of that genre per se.
Really
you had known about him for a while and it just nothing, he didn't connect with you.
Yeah.
But this connected with you.
And
so that's an example of what the success of that record.
And watching him when they announced his name, a mí me dio emoción.
Yeah.
Right?
Because it was album of the year.
Because it's album of the year. It's the first Spanish language album to ever win album of the year. And at that moment, watching him also take that moment, like sit in that, like to borrow from the Wicked press tour, holding space. And you could see him, but you could see him just like sitting in it, right? And I understood who that kid was. Not Bad Bunny. I understood who that kid was.
Who Benito was.
Right, at that moment. And then there was also an element of, I don't know how Grammy seating works, but the fact that he was there by himself, right? Like normally when, especially when you're one of the bigger names, right? You always tend to have an entourage with you at these things, whether it's your management or your friends or whatever. And so when you win, it tends to become this thing of like, oh my God, so good. And there was a little bit of melancholy in that he was there by himself, right? And I don't know how else to explain it. That made me just like, oh, he's really focusing in that moment, in the win, in the announcement, in what's happening around him. And listen, if I don't have my parents around me and I have to have Gloria Estefan next to me, that's a very fantastic substitute for family.
Gloria, do you want to be my date for the Grammys?
Yeah, listen, Gloria, do you want to be our date for Croqueta-Palooza or whatever? Yeah. But me dio sentimiento watching him sit there and by himself, because that's not normally what happens, right? You're always surrounded by all these people, for lack of a better word. And he was just... I will also say, I think he was for somebody who English isn't his first language, he was very eloquent when he spoke. And I think he's about to have an even better second week now with the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So congratulations, Benito.
Yes, congratulations, Benito. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. Ya llegó 2026, and you know what that means. We're all singing the New Year, New Me chorus. Pero if you really want to start the year feeling strong and energized, we got to talk protein. Dairy's got that high-quality protein working for you. Milk, cheese, yogurt, all packed with casein and whey, the essential amino acids that help build muscle, boost recovery, and helps keep you fuller longer. And if you're hitting the gym this year, as we love to do in January, how about some post-workout chocolate milk? O sea, protein plus carbs plus electrolytes help you recover like a pro. And for those of us running on Vibes y Cafecito, Dairy gives your body the protein needed para seguir fuerte. Así que whether your goal is strength, energy, wellness, or just surviving 2026, start your day with Dairy. Porque if you're going to new year, new you, make sure it's powered by Dairy. For more information, visit floridamilk.com or lechedeflorida.com.
And we're back. Okay, hot off the press. Right. Shocking news. While we were recording now, that we were, you got the word from our sponsor. We just found out they're closing all Bahama Breezes.
In the coming months. Yep.
I love Bahama Breeze.
I honestly can't remember the last time I went to a Bahama Breeze.
Oh my God, I love Bahama Breeze. ¿Tú no te acuerdas Bahama Breeze en Kendall que tenía una tiendecita adentro?
It did?
Yeah, in the entrance, it had a little store. It would have little island stuff. I remember it had that wooden snake that you would do like that and it would move.
Oh, yeah. I always forget that exists until I see it. And then I'm like, oh.
I freaking love Bahama Breeze.
Well.
Why does everything close? Why does everything change? Damn progress.
Well, in all fairness, they're closing, but they're going to convert half of the locations that are closing into other restaurant properties. So you might get an Olive Garden.
Bring back Lums. You remember Lums?
I don't think that's what's going to take the place.
You remember Lums?
I don't remember Lums. I remember
Lums were everywhere in Miami.
I remember it as a concept. I don't think I ever went.
They were beer infused or boiled in beer vapor. Or so. I know there was beer in the mix.
Boiled in beer vapor.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Le echaban cerveza al agua y envían eso. Let me ask you something about hot dogs.
Oh, God.
Are
Brace
hot
for
dogs?
impact.
No, seriously. I can't say I've ever looked at the directions of a hot dog.
Like how to make
The
it?
cooking
Like the
directions.
cooking. Okay.
Are you supposed to boil hot dogs?
I mean, I have to. God, I never looked at it. I don't know. Hot dogs is just one of those things you just
Because I remember when I was a kid, my parents used to buy the cheapest hot dogs there were, and they would boil them until they were curly.
curly.
Yeah, they would get a curve. You too? They would boil them until it got a curve.
Like a corkscrew at the end, like a pig's tail. Incredible, this thing.
Yeah.
And it was either that or you wrap it in a paper towel and stick it in the microwave for 30 seconds or whatever. So
Well, I'm gonna go with yes. The instructions have to be boiling only because they've existed pre-microwave, right? And so I can't imagine you would bake it or fry it.
No, because you put it in the skillet or put it on the grill
grill, yeah, typically.
or put it in the oven. Look at all these other options that I gave you.
Yeah, but I can't imagine that somebody's gonna preheat an oven to make 3 hot dogs.
You don't know. You could put it in a little toaster oven.
Right, but I'm thinking in terms of
¿Tú no tenías antes en tu casa un hornito? The little ones.
I love my toaster oven. That's how I would make those pizzas that aren't pizzas with toast and
Man, mira that we used to use el hornito en la casa.
100%.
I remember ours was Duncan Hines.
Duncan Hines?
Yeah, Duncan Hines did like I don't know, in the early 90s.
Like the cake?
Yeah. They did like, I don't know, a branding of
Oh no,
some
mine was
little
Black &
meat.
Decker.
Yeah, Black & Decker. I think we had one too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it would
only in the
make
Mind of Minolta. I just
like
felt like
I would
saying
make
that.
pizza bagels with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Ahí nosotros hacíamos de todo.
Oh yeah.
Mira, we went
I'm surprised
from
that we didn't make that at home.
mira. Let me tell you the thing. We went for years, like when I was a kid, all the way to I was probably in high school, with the little toaster oven. Que ahí we would make toast. We would make a baked potato, a piece of fish.
Yep.
Calentabas la pizza y todo. And then from that, America, you know what we went to? We ditched our toaster oven. So you know what we went to?
I'm gonna go with air fryer.
The George Foreman grill. Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. And I have one still. I use it.
The air fryer that you
sorry.
skipped 15 years.
Sorry, I totally
George
forgot.
Foreman grill was in everyone's
blocked
dorm
out-
room. It was everywhere.
I blocked out all the infomercials for a minute there. That's what happened. Is I blocked out all of it.
I remember when we first got the George
still have
Foreman that we would put whatever in it. We'd be like, mira como le quita la grasa.
When my grandmother passed away, that's what I took from her kitchen.
George Foreman.
Yes. Yes.
And it had the little tray to catch all the grease.
Yes.
Yeah.
That little-
And then they came out with the double George Foreman.
I mean, oh yeah, he has a lot of kids, so the double was a given.
Yeah. So we went as a proper nation. We went from the little toaster ovens to the George Foreman to then the air fryer.
The air fryer.
Now the air fryer is king.
Yeah, it really is.
Oye, pero the air fryer resuelve.
Oh my God, everything.
You want to fry something? Air fryer. You want to heat something? Air fryer.
Lo único que-
Pizza rolls? The air
Lo único que
fryer.
el air fryer no puede hacer es un rebotillo. Like that's about it.
Give it some time.
You know what? Just put some aluminum foil. Maybe it can.
Yeah. The air fryer buenísimo. Especially when you have a good air fryer.
Even the worst air fryer is still good.
Is Duncan Hines making any air fryers?
We're gonna write a letter.
Who
Dear
doesn't love an
Duncan
air
Hines.
fryer?
I actually met someone not that long ago. I don't remember who it
Who
was.
didn't? Who
They
hated it?
had one, and they were like, "Oh, I know what it was. It was for when I had my party at Jose's brother's house. We had some food or whatever, but I was like, okay, bueno, ahora que está llegando la gente, let's just heat some things up. And I'm like, do you have an air fryer? They're like, oh yeah. I'm like, we've never used it before, but it's been there. I'm like, what do you mean you've never used
Sacre
it
bleu.
before? So I baptized the air fryer.
Yeah.
And afterwards, like a couple weeks later, we went by the house and he was like, I don't know how I ever lived without using an air fryer. I'm
great.
like, I don't either.
It's great.
It's one of the greatest things
Eso
ever.
resuelve.
Yeah.
Eso resuelve.
That is the definition of resolver.
Yeah. Now, if we could have something that compact and good para una batidora.
Oh,
Porque la batidora is still like you have to
It's
take
so
out
cumbersome.
la batidora.
I see.
And it's
and
like,
then the blades.
and then limpiar. And then if you're making a smoothie, then all the carcass of the
I see
fruit
all of the
stays
pulp.
in there. And then it's like whatever.
No.
La batidora.
La batidora no resuelve.
That's like, for example, I have a food processor, but I still have this little Black & Decker little food processor thing that's like this big. That's what I use.
Well, that's what we use to make the queso sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a bigger one.
Yeah.
But somehow I like how that little one cuts.
Because you know what? It's just, it works.
Yeah.
It works. Yeah. Why are we going to mess with what works?
That's like, do you remember the early 90s when the immersion blenders came out?
It's
The stick?
bottle. Yeah.
That was amazing.
I don't like that thing.
Oh, that was like life before and after. An immersion blender. I could see that you don't make sauces and cream.
I do not. These are not. I mean, I actually, even though we have them, I don't make them. You do.
Yeah. No, but you just get,
No, right. But I'm saying
you get some.
Even now with pimpampollo, I don't make them.
You get some heavy whipping cream, some sugar, castor sugar, y tú pones eso, and you make whipped cream. Like,
actually, I don't really like whipped cream. I don't use a lot of whipped
how
cream.
can you not like whipped cream?
Like, whenever I'm at Starbucks, I'm always like, don't put the whipped cream. Like, me cae mal.
You know what I had at Starbucks today? And actually, this is something I'm gonna post on.
On your.
I'm gonna post on our page on. Okay, 3, 2, 1. I lost my train of thought.
It's a new space.
I went to Starbucks this week because I usually go to Starbucks to get something for Tristan. I usually don't go for me.
You're not a coffee person.
But I'm not a coffee person. But I got myself a pink drink. Let me tell you something. Starbucks, along with everything, tiene tremendo shrinkflation y son unos descarados. I ordered a pink drink, which is like $5, and it was dos dedos mío, which are big. Dos dedos mío.
Those bear paw
Dos
fingers.
dedos mío, like under. And I'm like, what the hell, bro? This is like $5.50. I did a video of it that I'm going to post on Pero. That I'm like, I mean, come on now. Come on now. You're already paying 5 pesos y pico para a freaking pink drink.
Right.
You know? Y te quitan dos dedos. And I'm not talking about skinny person's dedo.
No,
you know,
those
2 of mine. And it's like ridiculous. Qué descarados son la gente.
They really are.
Qué descarado.
They really are.
Anyway, where were we going with this?
I don't even know where we're going with this at this point because, as usual, it's a pedal tangent.
Starbucks.
Unless they want to sponsor us. If you want to make it right.
We will love Starbucks.
Then if you want to make it right and, give him more deals, then
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So
We can do it.
anyway, I don't know.
All right. So I wanted to bring something up that I think you might have opinions on, and I can see you just kind of being like,
How?
So there's a house cleaner who went viral because she shared a note that her clients left her. So you can see here, it's like a little, little jar with a note, little Post-it. And they said, to our cleaner, we hid 100 mini ducks around the apartment. We do this to ensure a job well done. Please leave all ducks in this jar. And so here's some pictures of like the mini ducks.
What is it that I was going to say?
Yeah, I felt like you had opinions and thoughts on.
What was I going to say?
Yeah.
Were these people?
I'm assuming they were white.
That was my question.
Yeah.
Que no coman tanta mierda to leave 100. What was it?
100 mini ducks.
100 mini ducks. So wait. Hold on. You know what?
Now you know why I
have a
chose
soft
this.
spot for that because my mom,
Absolutely.
the first 9 years she was in this country, como ella dice, muy honrada y decentemente. My mom cleaned houses. Yep. And my mom, actually, that's a very sore spot for me because my mom, she had many people that she cleaned their houses for years that were amazing. And she had a lot of people that took advantage of her, and especially back then that, she had only been here in this country a few years and, they didn't know things. There were a lot of people who did terrible things to her. Terrible. That's a whole other show. So that's a little personal to me. So you mean to tell me that on top of that, you want her to clean your house, right. The things of cleaning your house, mopping, dusting, putting the furniture back together, many times laundry. You want her to also pick up 150 ducks? Mira,
100.
Vete para de tu madre. Vete para ahí, para allá. Vete para carajo. That I could say.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the type of shit that infuriates me. If that is true. That's true. So right. If you know what? Give me $1 per duck and I'll show you how effective I could be.
In addition to what you're paying me.
Right, because you're probably already paying this person not a lot of money. Right? Because that's what happens a lot of times. The people that, clean houses, are many times a specific type of person that they take advantage of, right? For whatever reasons. So then on top of that, you are playing hide and go seek with freaking ducks. And that's polluting.
How is it polluting? They're putting it back in the thing. That's not polluting.
It's 150 rubber ducks. Why did you buy?
It's 100 ducks.
100 ducks. Why did you buy 100 ducks? Those were 100 ducks that are going to end up in a landfill. What are you going to do? Put them in a bathtub?
Well, they're not going to end up in a landfill if they keep hiding them for the cleaning lady. But I will say this. What I think is interesting, and aside from everything you said, which I agree with, what I find interesting is the fact that there was the note on the jar, which leads me to believe that she is a new cleaning lady, which also leads me to wonder how many cleaning people have they gone through, because they're probably using that as a barometer of whether you can do a good job or not with your
And
cleaning.
is she supposed to put off 100 ducks in the jar?
They're supposed to put all 100 ducks back. Yeah.
Why do you give me topics like this, especially at the end?
Because it gives good reels.
Yeah, that's messed up.
I think it's just honestly
That's taking advantage of someone.
Like, come on, guys. Like,
You know what?
literally.
Cleanliness is something that could very easily be measured. Your house is either clean or it's not.
And also, like, what is your self-diagnosed cleanliness barometer?
It's kind of comer mierda. It's kind of to make someone's life miserable.
Right. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah,
That's absolutely what it comes down to.
it's whatever. So, have we reached that time?
I think we have, but I think what that means is we got to do a quick break for our sponsor, and then we will be back with our last cafecito. We started this podcast 8 years ago with one goal: be our authentic selves and make sure our culture was always front and center. It's not always easy, but nobody ever said being bold was easy. And for over 100 years, no cafe has known that better than Café La Llave. It takes a certain level of bold to unapologetically keep your culture alive. But let me tell you, Café La Llave is doing just that. So when you're being true to who you are and hustling to achieve your dreams, of course you're enjoying Café La Llave Cafecito. After all, it's brewed bold for the bold. All right, we are back with our last cafecito brought to you by our friends at Café La Llave. Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first, but before that, I want to say something else that actually was going to bring up as a topic, but it's just a little. Do you know what's one of the many things Gen Z, right, hates, and they say that requiring to have one is a form of privilege?
A fork and a knife?
Printers. Gen Z has complained that anytime that, whether it's a professor in school that makes you print something out, or a job application you have to print out, or a coupon that you have to print out, that you are assuming that they can afford a printer.
Printers are like $22.
You could go to Goodwill and get a laser printer for like $20.
This is what I'm saying.
$20, no, $10.
Right.
You could get a living room set for $20.
Right. That's true. Goodwill. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Gen Z, there's a reason we have issues with
A printer. I love having a printer.
I mean, I don't have one, but I'm also not bitching about it.
I have a printer. I have a laser printer. Forget toner. And you forget inkjet.
Right.
I have a laser printer. My laser printer was, I think, $100 or something. Baratísimo. Nowadays, eso está baratísimo.
You get one free with purchase.
And nowadays, you don't even have to buy a printer cable, because most printer connect through Wi-Fi.
That's right.
Right? So
Bluetooth, yeah.
it's a printer.
Yeah, Gen Z, shut up.
That it's a form of privilege. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah,
Anyway, so I actually this weekend is the Winter Olympics start.
That's right.
And as an Olympophile,
Sure.
as somebody who's obsessed with the Olympics, this is sort of my Super Bowl, and it starts Super Bowl week.
It's Super Bowl weekend. Yeah.
So the Olympics, the Winter Olympics this year, are first time it's a Winter Olympics that's going to be in two cities.
Oh, really?
Milan and Cortina.
Oh.
Which both Cortina hosted the 1950.
Not Milan and Old Navy?
No. Cortina hosted the 1952, 56 Olympics.
Summer Olympics.
Winter.
No. Oh, so they've always hosted the winter.
Cortina hosted the 1952 Winter Olympics. Okay. It's a ski town. It did not host the Summer Games. I know,
but whenever I hear people say Olympics without the winter in front of it, my brain goes to summer.
Okay, winter. We're talking about winter. El invierno, right? It's the first time that it's going to be a joint city. Milano, Milan. And so I'm really excited about that. Super excited about that. Mariah Carey's going to perform.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The Winter Olympics. I'm not sure what she's going to perform or what she's going to do.
Opening ceremony or closing?
I'm not sure. I'm going to say it's opening.
Okay.
But anyway, I actually wanted to give my last soda or last cafecito to our last iced cafecito to Lindsey Vonn.
Okay.
So Lindsey Vonn is, you know who Lindsey Vonn is? Very famous American alpine skier. She has a torn ACL and she's going along with, she's like, it's the Winter Olympics. It's now or never. This is what you've trained your whole life for, and she's gonna muddle through and at least compete. And I mean that's a really big because I think about as an athlete, for you to have such an injury right before the big day, you're probably like, I could just sit home and not do anything. And it would be justified,
right, because you're not being
I'm already here, so it's already messed up. So what do I have to lose?
What's the worst that can happen?
So I'm sure she probably has spoken to her doctors, and her doctors have told her, hey, you know, maybe you could do it and you won't have any other injury. I also think she's probably going to retire after this year.
This is her last. Yeah.
So you know what the heck, we'll go out with a bang on her ACL. But you know that goes to show. I've always said how much I love the Olympics, and that's because I've always believed that athletics brings out the best in people, especially athletics at that point, because this is not professional sports. These aren't like the NFL or the MLB or, you know, all that. This is like people that really do, especially in other countries that don't have the backing that Americans do. They really compete at this level for the love and the discipline of sport. So I always like seeing that sort of human drive and human spirit in the Olympics, especially because the Olympics is like the highest.
Yeah, there's nothing above it.
So I'm really looking forward to seeing that. And then finally, obviously, in the Winter Olympics, my favorite sport of Winter Olympics, curling.
That is my
Junior, you like curling?
That is my sister's favorite sport too.
I lose my shit watching curling.
My sister loves it.
But do you watch it?
I've seen it, but I can't say
it is addicting. It is addicting. I have been up because the thing is that curling is not a primetime sport. Right. So generally they'll air it late at night. And I'm like, it's 3:00 in the morning and I'm watching curling and I can't stop watching it.
Move that broom.
And you know what I love, especially when it's other countries, that's another language, the things they yell out, and I'm like, and then you see them going faster. I freaking love it. Love it. Isn't it freaking addicting, Junior?
I look, going back to the Grammys real quick, shout out to Karol G and Marcelo Hernandez. They talked about growing up cleaning to Spanish music, Juan Luis Guerra and other.
Yes.
I grew up practicing curling, listening to Juan Luis Guerra. So it's a full circle
he was there
thing.
con la escoba. Quisiera ser un pez para tocar mi nariz en tu
That is a whole
pecera.
different Billy Ruina.
Burbujas de amor. Every time I hear Burbujas de Amor, I will always think of my parents and my grandmother singing, Darien, esa canción es de doble sentido. And I'm like, ¿qué es doble sentido?
We all had the same upbringing.
You know what? There should be a behind the music on Bachata Rosa. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Do you know how many songs came out from that album?
Everything. Every song was a bop, as the kids say. And it doubled as a cleaning soundtrack.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You know what's so incredible? That it doesn't matter what type of Latino you are. Everybody cleans to the same type of music.
Oh, yeah.
And it's always loud. It's always like, wake up, it's 9 a.m. on a Saturday, I'm cleaning.
Yeah.
And it's always like in a bad radio. It's never in a good radio.
Oh, no.
It's never in a good stereo system.
HD, Pake.
Lindsey Vonn, Olympics.
Yes. Congratulations, Lindsay. And, again, even if she has a hard time, it's better than I'll ever do.
Yeah.
All right. So my last cafecito is it's actually going to an organization that we've had here on the show.
The Heifer Corporation?
No, we haven't had them on the show. So the Sunday Super Bowl Sunday, but in addition to Super Bowl Sunday, this is what happens when you have it on your phone. The Live Like Bella organization.
Oh, yes.
Is having they have like a run. So it's a superhero, the Live Like Bella Superhero 5K presented by Nicholas Children's Hospital, Sunday, February 8th at Tropical Park. And, so everybody goes out there and the whole thing is to be dressed up as a superhero.
When I see that on TV, that's so nice.
Yeah, it's fun, and you get to dress up and there's going to be a beer garden, a kids dash, kids zone, an interactive superhero experience honoring children impacted by cancer. So, if you can, I don't know if the registration by the time you hear this is still open or not, but if you can't, Live Like Bella, we've had them on the show. Great organization, just deserving of our support. So if you can't make it out to the actual 5K, they have events year long, but you can always just visit their website and donate as well. It's it's fighting childhood cancer, which I don't care who you are. I don't care in this very divided time. I think we can all agree that childhood cancer is something
is
bad, and we should support people trying to eradicate that. So Live Like Bella and their superhero 5K on Super Bowl Sunday.
Very good. That's a good one. I love when you see on the news, and it's usually for cancer organizations, when you have like Batman and the Batmobile show up at the hospital and the kids are like, because I think about like, especially those kids that are in such a vulnerable moment, to have freaking Batman walk in, and it's like, wow.
Did you ever see the documentary Bat Kid? Did you ever hear about it?
Yes, I did. Of the kid who used to dress up through chemo and all that.
And his Make-A-Wish dream was that he wanted to like meet Batman, and I think it was the city of San Francisco. They organized it so that the kid, like somebody went as Batman, he got to ride in a Batmobile. They had somebody else as the Joker.
Yeah, they had villains.
They took him through the city so he could fight crime. I'm about to start crying just talking about it. It's just
that's amazing. It's amazing when they do things like that.
Yeah.
When they do things like that. So anyway, that's a good one. Well, everybody, we hope you listened, laughed, and learned. And as always, remember to grab your croqueta, your pastelito, and your cafecito. And thank you so much for joining us. That was another week. So stay tuned for our most featured guest making an appearance in the new year and in the new studio. See you, everyone, next week.
All right,
have a good one.
All right, guys. Now we're in a new studio, but you know what that means? We've got to up the game. And the best way to do that is with our most frequent guest, which is Tristan, back after a while. Welcome. I love it. You're your own hype man. I love it. How have you been? Good. I mean, it's been a while since you've been on the show, right? I don't remember.
I don't know what to say. I'm out of words.
I'm out of words, please.
Junior.
Ghosts can talk.
There we go. See?
Ghosts have words. We know that.
How else do they haunt?
How am I sitting on
Exactly.
the seat? I'm like incorporeal.
Well,
And stuff.
you're like imagining you're on the seat, so you're on the seat. You're willing it to happen. But no, it's been a while since you've been on the show. Like, I mean, shit. Well, no, it's been at least 6 months because while Roger was hosting, you weren't here. Roger was hosting for about 6 months. So yeah,
Took him a while.
it's been a while. I know. Well, we tried to get him out earlier.
He should have came back the final episode.
Roger or your dad?
Yeah.
We tried. He said he didn't want to because there was that whole beef with the Chico Mita thing with Roger. We didn't want.
What?
We didn't want to create too much friction in the family, the holidays.
Be interesting telling him what Chico Mita is,
Yeah.
putting him on game there. Bridge the gap here.
Wait, you don't know about the whole Chico Mita thing?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
All right. I'm going to give you a little bit of a family legend. So, in the days of yore, there was or there still exists actually, a brand of like hair care products by a woman named Mita de Perales. And your grandfather, Roberto, worked for her. So they had the products at home and your dad, would use the products. So, he had what they would call back then, if you use the products, it was like, oh, you look like a chico mita, chica mita, like a kid who used the products, right? Well, the thing is that was an official title. And Roger actually won said title of Chico Mita. So there's a little bit of friction. And I'm not going to tell you any more of that because I'm going to make you go back and watch the episodes so that we can get more views.
I don't even know what episodes it's on.
I'll let you know.
Okay.
Or just watch all of them so we can get even more views.
It's a long watch.
It's a long watch. Yeah. The payoff is probably not going to be that good either. So so there's that. But thank you for coming back, man. Thank you. I mean, again, it's been a minute.
Yeah, I'm the best. Well, I forgot the word.
But the most
I'm at a loss of words today.
You
Today
are.
is not my day to be at the podcast.
You are, and yet you chose today. And here we are, face to face, a couple of silver spoons. We're hoping to find that we're two of a kind. Making
Mars.
it. See, Junior's laughing because he knows that I'm quoting a theme song from an old sitcom. Whereas you have a. Yeah, exactly. Like looking at his face and be like, what is happening here? What insanity have I sat in on? But all right, so
What I was gonna say is, I'm the best guest.
I'm not going to argue.
No, I'm the VIP.
Again, I'm not going to argue. You are definitely our VIP guest. There's a reason you keep coming back.
And yes, I am biased.
Yeah, well, so am I. So that makes two of us. Hey, that's all right.
And I stand by my name.
You stand by. Well, if you don't, who will?
Me.
There you go. I love a rhetorical question. All right. But here's the thing I do want to bring up because I have learned that recently you have become quite the fan of Queen,
Oh yeah.
which I love Queen, but you, sir, are like an uber mega fan of Queen.
Yeah.
Like, okay, how did you stumble upon Queen? Because Queen was Queen was old, right? When I was your age. So I can't imagine, being your age and listening to Queen. Like, it's great music, but how did you stumble upon it?
I have my ways.
You have your way.
No, I seriously don't know.
All right. Well, but I mean, at what point did you say to yourself, because I know you've been collecting the vinyls
Yeah.
of Queen. So what was it that was like, oh, I love this song. I need to go get more more Queen.
I think it's because one time I went downstairs and my mom was playing 80s or 70s music, and then she put on Bohemian Rhapsody, and I loved it, so I just started listening to it.
It's a great song.
Because that's the first time I heard it.
Okay, so Bohemian Rhapsody.
Well, the whole song. I know parts of the song, or new.
But that's like the one that sticks out as like your Queen origin story.
I guess, yeah.
Okay, that is a great song.
Because after Bohemian Rhapsody, I listened to Killer Queen, and I fell in love with that song too.
That's, oh my God. Okay, there's no bad songs. Like Queen does not have bad songs. It's like they're incapable.
You're not wrong.
All right. So what is your favorite Queen song at the moment? Let's say at the moment. It could change.
I don't know.
Okay. Maybe a top three.
Top 3. The March of the Black Queen,
Okay.
Bohemian Rhapsody, Who Wants to Live Forever. I think that's my top 3.
Wow, sir. There's a deep cut in there. All right. I like that. Because most people would only know the singles, right? But you are a true, that's what I'm saying. You are a genuine fan.
2 of them are singles.
Right. But your number one was March of the Black Queen, which was not a single.
Oh, no, that was my number 3.
Oh, okay. Oh, you were going backwards. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Either way, that's not a single. So
Well, I actually always go in between all 3.
so it was
Right now, that's my list.
depends on the day.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Which one would you say is probably of their albums? If you were going to introduce somebody to Queen, right? You would be like, listen to this album. It's the perfect introduction.
Okay. My favorite album is A Night at the Opera,
Okay.
but that is a horrible first album. So I'd say something.
I love that it's your favorite, but
Yeah,
it's a
I know,
horrible
but
first album.
So as a first album, no. I'd say either Queen 2 or The Game.
Okay. And for those
Or maybe
listeners,
Innuendo.
for listeners who aren't as familiar, so what would be like a song from each of those albums that they might know? Like a single.
For Queen 2, they don't have any popular songs in Queen 2. The Game, another one, Bites the Dust.
Oh, okay.
And Innuendo, I don't think they know any either. It's not, the songs in those 2 aren't that popular.
I love
So that's why I mentioned
Okay.
The Game. It also has great songs like Sail Away, Sweet Sister.
Okay. Wait, does the game have any singles on it? No.
Yes.
Which one?
Another one, Bites the
Oh no,
Dust.
duh, you just said that. My memory's not what it used to be. Tristan, this new studio is playing tricks on me.
It also has Save Me and Crazy Little Thing Called Love. Those are singles.
I love that song.
Which one?
Crazy Little Thing Called Love. The reason I love Crazy Little Thing Called Love is because it does not sound like it is from the time that it was released. Like to me, Crazy Little Thing Called Love sounds like a late 50s song, but it was
It was a tribute to Elvis Presley.
There you go. Right. That's what I'm saying. But it sounds so genuinely like of the time that it's honoring, right? It doesn't sound like it's trying to be a modern version of a thing. No. You released that song in 1957, and it would not sound out of place on the radio at all. So,
Well, Queen is Queen.
there we go.
So their music can get away with almost everything.
Yeah, but there's people who can't. That's what I'm saying. That's the beauty of Queen. Like they could do almost anything, because even Bohemian Rhapsody, which I think is probably most people's, when you say Queen, it's the first thing they think of. It does like 3 different genres in one song, and it's just so operatic and theatrical in a way that, like, I don't know that an artist today could release something like that and have it be a single.
Yeah, so going back to the albums that I introduced to someone new, I'm actually gonna go with The Game, because Queen 2 has songs like A Night at the Opera that just aren't as, like,
User friendly.
yeah, like
Okay.
The March of the Black. What am I saying? The March of the Black Queen.
Okay.
Like songs like that. Those aren't for like beginners. So I'd say The Game.
Okay. But do you think maybe
Because I feel like a song like Sail Away Sweet Sister or Crazy Little Thing Called Love or Save Me are songs that anybody could get into.
it's a little more it's new friendly?
Yeah.
Okay, listener friendly. That's what I was looking for. I forgot the word listener. So I kept going back to user because I forgot listener. But do you think maybe there's something to be said for kind of pushing them into the deep end, right? It's like, because if you can appreciate those other albums, I gotcha. You know what I mean? Like, you're hooked. And then you're probably going to be like a more deep fan like you've become. Do you think there's something to maybe weeding out the people who are going to be really, really, really good fans?
You just got to listen to like 1 or 2 of their albums first. Or maybe just some of their songs. And then you got to start listening to more.
Okay.
And then that's how you, like,
That's how you hook them.
yeah.
You bring them in, reel them in, throw. I'm doing a fishing thing. That's happening here. I'm just being a dork. It's basically what it comes down to. So, all right. Let me see here. I'm trying to think. Like, would you go see? I mean, obviously, Freddie Mercury's no longer with us. Would you go see, or have you listened to the albums with Adam Lambert?
No.
No.
Well, I'd go see them, but I have not listened to the albums.
You haven't
I said
listened-
no to the last question.
Oh, okay. Because I will say I've heard the Adam Lambert versions of it, and it's not even vocally, but just like spiritually, he really brings like that Freddie Mercury energy. Like, I think he'd be fun to go see in person.
I'd definitely see it,
Yeah.
but I don't know what to respond with.
Well, no,
I'll respond with say after.
but that's the right response.
You can't just interrupt our show.
I'm gonna interrupt.
Yeah, you tell him. You tell
Yeah,
him.
and you did that the first time we were here in the studio.
When it comes to music, he's a bit of an old soul. The other day, when I had the Grammys on, he said,
Stand the camera.
He said, why do people even watch the Grammys? Like, new music sucks anyway. And I'm like, this is from a 12-year-old.
Well, not all new music, but most.
And I was like,
I
wow,
don't.
that's a very, like,
I don't
That's
like
an
it.
old person. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
comment to make.
I will agree with you,
I'm
Tristan.
sorry.
I will agree with you. That gnarly song is awful. Like Cat's Eye.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That song's
Definitely.
awful. And I'm sorry. Tate McRae, Madison Beer, and Addison Rae, they're all the same person. You know what? Prove me wrong. They're all the same person. I don't care. They're all the same human being. And you know what? I've never seen the 3 of them in the same place. So
No, and
prove me
another
wrong.
weakness is the radio. They put the same 10 songs.
Oh, yeah.
Like
No,
the radio that everybody puts in the car.
Yeah. Like the.
Well,
yeah.
like when I go out them.
Oh, no. I don't listen to the radio.
Yeah. But
Because
like Y100, they all play the same
It's
like
the same
10
songs. Absolutely. Over on a loop. Yeah.
Especially Que se llama? Ordinary, that song.
What Ordinary?
It's some called Ordinary.
Do you remember who sings it?
Some guy named Alex, I think. I think his name is Alex.
Alex. That's just his name is Alex.
He had a last name. I forgot his last name.
Okay, because I was gonna say, listen, we need to up the game because the other day, what was it? We have a singer now who, hi, I'm a pop star. My name is Lisa. I'm like, no, it's not. That's a stupid name. If you're gonna be a pop star with one name, you're gonna have to listen. We've had Cher, we've had Madonna. You're not gonna make it with Lisa. Sorry. Even the original Lisa had to say her name twice. Yeah, but make something up.
Stop interrupting us.
Make something up. I mean, at least, last time we had one, she had to be Lisa.
Lisa.
Yeah, otherwise you're just Lisa.
That's great.
I'm like, hi, I'm Bill. Like, that's not a pop star.
Hi, I'm Napster Book.
Yeah, it's like, hi, I'm a pop star. My
I
name is
said
Jeff.
Napster Book because that's my ghost name.
Wait, what's the name?
Napster Book,
Napster Blook?
I guess. Yeah.
That sounds like somebody who steals music off the internet, but then feels bad about it.
Yeah.
You don't get it because you don't know what Napster is. That joke was for me and Junior. So, all right. So Queen. Now that we've established that you like Queen.
Oh, by the way, that whole ghost thing, it's from Undertale.
From where?
Undertale, the game.
Oh, okay. So wait, is that part of? Wait, what was the? Because you used to play a game that was part of another game, but it was like about ghosts, doors, right? Doors.
Yeah.
But that was part of
Roblox.
Roblox. Okay. See, I'm remembering things. Is this similar or is this its own actual game?
Its own actual game.
Oh, okay. All right. What's it called again?
Undertale.
Undertale.
Yeah.
Okay. I only know about DuckTales.
I've kind of given up. I've kind of quit Roblox.
You've kind of quit
I haven't
Roblox?
quit. I'm just playing much less.
Okay. You're replacing it with Undertale.
No, I just played less.
But you're playing Undertale more?
Yeah.
Right,
But
that's what I'm
even
saying.
before,
You're kind
before,
of-
I was playing less.
You're transitioning to another game, so to speak.
No, it's the CEO of Roblox. He's Let's not talk about this. On
I
the
never
podcast.
thought of Roblox as having a CEO. To be honest with you, like I never stopped to think
Let's
about.
not talk about this here. We
No,
can
no,
talk
no,
about
no.
this
But I'm saying
another-
I never stopped to think about video games as having like CEOs and things like that. I mean, yes,
Me neither.
logically
Me
I know
neither,
it.
up until recently.
Yeah, logically I know they do, but I just never stopped to consider it.
Yeah.
All right. So I heard there was an incident recently about you, Starbucks, and ice,
Which ice?
the frozen water.
Okay.
Yes. So what is it that happened at the Starbucks with
Okay. He already
a
said
cup
it
of ice?
earlier in the episode.
No, but we cut that out from the episode because we saved it for you.
Oh,
Yes, we saved it for you. See, I don't let him have all of your thunder.
I'm the special.
There you go. Damn right.
He wants to steal our time. I'll steal his lines.
There you go. You know what? Steal all his lines.
Yeah. You want me to rehearse the whole podcast? The whole episode?
That's so much. I have to sit
Who
here for
cares?
so long.
So
Okay.
basically,
So you were at Starbucks. Okay. So let's
Okay.
set this. You were at Starbucks, right?
no,
And
I
so-
wasn't there. It was just him. He brought it to me.
Oh, he brought. Okay. So what did you have him order? What did you ask him to get you?
Starbucks.
Pero chico, what drink?
I'm sorry. I'm out of words.
Like, what was the drink?
A pink drink.
A pink drink. Okay. So
Yes.
you both were having pink drinks. Okay.
Yes. So I order it with no ice.
Oh, no ice.
Yeah. So when he brought it home,
Mm-hmm.
I noticed it was completely different because, like, as he said, 2 fingers like worth of like
Of
guess
drink?
I am
Of drink?
yeah, of juice or whatever
Of pink?
was just missing from the cup. It was red. Yeah, I know because it's supposed
By
to be.
definition, it's a pink drink.
I know.
Yeah.
And the strawberries, it was like a few bits of strawberries. Oh, by the way, they gave me ice.
I will say, this is probably a controversial thing to say. I'm going to blame the extra ice on your father. Because if there's one thing your father loves, it's a cup with ice. So it probably didn't
Well,
even...
can't you see the ice through the
yeah,
cup?
but
Because
it
the
probably,
cup is.
but it probably didn't dawn on him because since he likes, ice with his ice, it probably did not dawn on him
Yeah,
that
but
you
it's-
may not
it's
want
see-through.
that.
The cup is see-through.
No, I know, but I'm saying in his mind he was like, yes, a cup with ice that is overflowing. I look, this cup has a glacier in it. This is perfect. So he probably did not even stop to think about it. And he's waving his finger. He's trying his
I
best.
know.
He's trying his best not to say anything. He was.
He does. I think he just forgot.
He forgot. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe he just has the ice mindset.
That's
Not
what I'm
of-
saying.
Not of a person that works there.
No.
Not
That's what I'm
as an
saying.
ice agent.
Because he forgot, and to him, drink with ice is normal. So it didn't dawn on him to stop and question it. That's what I'm saying. I think we agree.
Yes.
Yes. See, we agree. It's not. We're
He's
not.
the
We're
ice
not
guy.
knocking you, Darian. We're saying you have ice blindness.
Speaking of ice. I haven't told him this.
Oh,
A few months ago. Yes, a scoop. A few months ago. No, sorry. He has an ice machine now that he got a few months ago.
I've seen it. Yeah.
I know. And he grabs the ice with his hands. And everyone gets from there except me. I don't like getting from there. So I obviously call him out about it. And then a few days later, you know what he does? He abides by it. He doesn't grab it with the ice. He grabs it with the spook. Did I say the spook? Oh yeah, because I'm a ghost.
Right, because the ghost.
He grabs it with a scoop. You didn't put it in the cup. You got the spook. Oh my god, spook! I can't speak.
Now you're just gonna keep saying spook.
Honestly, yeah, he got the spook. He got the spook, and then he put the spook to his mouth and ate the ice with the spook.
How,
And guess what?
How
He put it
very
back.
dare you?
He put it back, and he didn't clean it. And
Asshole.
I know, and I told my grandmother that he ate the ice from the spook. I'm still saying spook.
Tristan, thank you for coming up.
We're right.
I know.
That's all you need to say for the rest of the
Yeah.
Now he's calling out Darian's unsanitary ice consumption.
Yeah, now I need bonus time. I'm calling him out.
Oh, Dios mío. All right. Well, I thank you for coming by.
Oh,
Especially-
great. The episode's ending. He actually stole my time. That's amazing.
I thank you for coming, especially because you called out your dad on his unsanitary practices.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's the only way we learn sometimes.
We don't need that contamination.
No, we don't. We do not.
We have enough contamination in the seas.
The world has enough contamination. We don't need to give it to ourselves.
Uh-huh.
I agree.
You are so right.
I agree, Tristan.
No,
You know
give me
what?
another high five.
And you know what? On behalf of the CDC and biohazard experts everywhere, I thank you for that.
So you know what? I shall now take my leave.
Why did I think like you were just gonna throw like a smoke pellet and disappear? Like the way he said it, right, Junior? It was just
No,
like.
I'm not actually gonna walk out and leave. I need the episode to end.
All right, we're gonna fade to black then.
We need the credits to roll.
We're,
There's
exactly.
no credits. But
Well, we're gonna fade to black. We'll do the whole fade to black.
Yeah.
But okay, thank you for coming by again. I love the fact that on our first episode in the new studio, you came back and we had just some time with you because you very much are as much a part of this show as me, your father, and Junior. You've been from the start, and there's a reason that you are our most frequent guest. So
I am
thank
honored
you for that,
and I am very pleasured.
as you should be. All right.